Hey, what's going on, Thunderstruck Gaming? My name is the Great Dansby, and before I get into this commentary, I just want to give a big thank you to Thunder for letting me upload this video to his channel. It really means a lot. It helped me get some exposure, and thank you again. Alright, so this commentary, obviously you can see it's a Black Ops 3 beta gameplay, and I just want to talk about my personal wish list for Black Ops 3 on release, being that, you know, pretty much all of us have played the beta at this point. So having played the beta, what is my wish list after playing the beta? We know there's a lot of things we had on a wish list before the beta even came out, but this is the wish list for release day. And for me, number one on board has to be the connections, the netcode. They gotta get that right. I played on both the PS4 and the Xbox One. I have to say, for me, it played better on the PS4, especially the last day of the beta. After they got all the servers up and running and all delicious, it was absolutely amazing for me on the final day of the beta on the PS4, and that's how I would love it to play the entire lifespan. That would be amazing. I felt like when I shot, my bullets registered, all my deaths were warranted. I really had very few BS moments, and it just played really well. What else is on my wish list? Improve weapon attachment. So I don't know if a lot of people have noticed this, and I noticed it with a lot of the weapons too. When I put certain attachments on, they just didn't seem to do all that much, to be honest. Like red dot is probably one of the more useful attachments. In previous games, red dot was, it helped your accuracy a little bit, because sometimes for some people it's easier to track targets with the red dot. But for the most part, it's more of just a visual thing. But in this game, it appears that since a lot of the other attachments don't do anything, grip and red dot seem to be two of the best attachments, because honestly, stock, that thing needs to be buffed a little bit. Not quite Black Ops 2 or like Modern Warfare 3 Stalker levels. It doesn't have to be that good, but it needs to be better than what it is right now. And rapid fire is damn near useless on pretty much all the submachine guns. The only places I've really found it useful were on the semi-automatic weapons. That's it. On the semi-automatic weapons, it was the only place where I really found it useful, because everywhere else it barely even makes the rate of fire higher. And advanced rifling. I don't know if anyone used advanced rifling. I'm actually using advanced rifling in this gameplay, and I also realized though that advanced rifling, it doesn't actually really extend your range all that much. And the way I feel is, if you're putting an attachment on, it should make somewhat of a difference. Like, it shouldn't be insignificant. It doesn't have to be the most significant difference in the world. I mean, you don't want to give somebody too much of an unfair advantage, or too much an advantage for using a certain attachment over any other attachment. But I mean, it does need some bit of a buff, in my honest opinion. Alright, so this next one's gonna be a little controversial, because some people feel that it didn't belong in the game, and some people felt it was just fine and now it's useless. And I'm talking about rejack. Actually using rejack in this gameplay, and rejack was, I'm going to admit, I think it was a little OP. Not crazy OP. Look at this guy jumping out of the water over here. It was a little OP, but nothing, I didn't think it was that crazy. But since they neutered it 2 times, it's pretty much a useless perk. So this is what I feel they have to do. I'm not even going to say how they need to buff it, but they either need to buff the rejack perk, or they have to give him a new perk altogether, because the one that he has now, the rejack for the Nomad, is not it's pretty much useless outside Search and Destroy, to be completely honest. So honestly, get rid of it. Give him something that is more useful. Make something new. I have no idea, but get something in there. And one of the other big things that I think they need to work on, and you can see I wall run pretty well. I'm pretty good with the movements in this game after I got the hang of it. But one thing I have to say is that the wall running mechanics can be improved a bit. There are certain times where I would just hit the wall on the side, or at a 45-degree angle like you're supposed to, and my guy would just drop. Happened a lot on Combine, and I would die on that side wall, and I just never really understood, because I always had momentum when it was happening, and he just never really grasped onto the wall. The wall running, although I think is a pretty good mechanic, it is not flawless by any means, and it is not as fluid as it is in Titanfall. So, or it's consistent. It's not as fluid or as consistent as in Titanfall. I'm not saying I want this game to be Titanfall, because I absolutely don't. But I feel that if there's a game that does wall running really well, it's that game. So you should model it after that. So I hope that they can continue to make improvements on the wall running in the game, so that it runs a little better, and it's just more fluid experience. Alright, this commentary is actually starting to come to a close, so I'm curious, what is on your Black Ops 3 release day or launch day wish list? I gave you mine. I'm very curious to hear what you guys think. So do me a favor, leave it in the comments what you feel, what's going to be on your wish list for release day. Alright guys, I hope you really enjoyed this commentary. If you did, come over to my channel, give me a subscription. If you like this video, give it a like, leave some comments. Not only does that help me out, that it helps Thunder out as well. Alright guys, once again, my name is the Great Dansby. Thunder, thank you for posting this for me, and thank you everyone for listening, guys. Hopefully I'll catch you on my channel soon. Alright, bye! Bye.
Objectives complete.